Hey there, welcome to American Truck Simulator. This is Stogie the Bear, and we're going to do a little Let's Play here. This is a brand new, fresh profile. Just want to get it started from the beginning just so people can kind of see. By any means, this game is not new, so I want to just kind of showcase where the game is at today and that people are still playing it. Still enjoyable. I really do enjoy it. I have a little bit of a background in driving trucks. I used to drive for a couple of years, many years ago. And this game appeals to me because um, as I drive through the game, I see places that I've been in real life. And it's really cool. And I grab my kids and I show them, hey, look, right up here, there's a monument, or look at this up here. It's going to be kind of cool. And it's actually in the game, which is really kind of cool. So that's what keeps me playing it, is to pretty much cover all the miles that are available in the downloadable content. So that brings me to my next point. In this particular playthrough, we do have all the current downloadable content, which will be Texas. Nebraska was the last one. I think next coming out with Missouri or Arkansas or something or other. But um, in this particular playthrough, there are no mods installed. I do think I will install one mod. It's an economy mod, and I will get all that for you here in just a moment. Um, Due to the fact that my first playthrough on this game, I kind of figured out, maybe unfortunately a little too quickly, how to kind of break the game. And I don't want to do that because my money went instantly to, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands. And it kind of took away the desire to do any work. Well, what do I do now? So I'm going to start it with an economy changer to where it kind of makes it a little harder to play. The jobs don't pay out as much. It's not like hard mode, but it doesn't pay as much, and the fines are much higher, more realistic fines, which really kind of hurts. So I do want to go through the settings real quick, kind of make that what this video is: the intro, the beginning, setup, and settings. So in my gameplay, let's just go through that, see what we like to do here. Just reading through here. Yeah. Oh, I do like, and I'm using a keyboard and a mouse. So you'll see my steering wheel bounce a lot. That's because I'm tapping A and D. Catch that. And one thing I have done here is I like to have some really interesting physics. So I want to start this off by bringing the stability down to 50 and the drive shaft torque all the way up to 100, the stiffness down to 50, and the suspension, cabin suspension. I may go lower than that, and I also want to, sometimes with a keyboard and mouse, it's really hard when you start to stop. You're like, oh no, I'm gonna hit it, and then you start to slow down really fast, and then all of a sudden the truck just comes to a complete halt. So I'm gonna bring this down to about 60, give it a little bit more of a realistic braking feel to it. I do like to do the advanced trailer coupling, and that means when you're backing up, you have to get the kingpin in the fifth wheel plate. And the kingpin, if you don't know, that is the little pin that sticks out from underneath the nose of a trailer. That's what connects the two units together. Don't like speed limiter, do like the rain sensor, do want the automatic retarder and engine brake. And I think that's about it. Oh, I do like the automatic headlights. Although you're still going to get a ticket every single time you drive a new truck. You have to remember to push that button to turn the auto lights on, because if not, you're going to get that ticket. It drives me nuts. But anyway, just remember that. And then if you didn't know, that button is P on a keyboard. Press the P. Nope, not P. P is something else. It's L. But we're going to go there and take a look at it. Miles, pounds, Fahrenheit, pressure, all that's good. Okay, so let's go look at these keybinds and we'll just answer that question. I think if there's, I do change some of these too as well. Not many, but I like to do. Oh yeah. Okay, so cruise control increase, I put it on the wheel up on my mouse, and cruise control decrease, I put it on the wheel down on my mouse. And then I also add, where's it at? Right here, engine brake toggle. I set that to the B button instead of engine brake. I just toggle it on and off because I like to. In real life, when I drove too, your engine brake, as soon as you come off the accelerator, the engine brake automatically comes on. So that's the way I drove. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel about that. Good, bad, ugly, and different. And we'll see about it. Other than that, the only thing I'd change in here is the information thing, insert and delete buttons. It's my own personal use there. And I think that's it. Now controls. Okay, so let's talk about driving with a keyboard. Driving with a keyboard is really kind of difficult. Right here, this is what you want to look at. So some of these trucks that have really good maneuverability, the game starts at 40 here. And what I've noticed is 40 is great for in-town driving and driving around. When you get on a highway with a keyboard and you get to 40, you end up just bouncing back and forth between a lane. Boom, 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 left, right, left, right, left. And it just gets so tiring and annoying. And also this steering non-linearity, this always set to 0 and I bump it back up. If you read the note on that, that's adjust the linearity between inputs and vehicle steering. Adjust this power value higher means steering will be less responsive when the wheel is at center. So that's when you're at center trying to go straight on highways. Those minor movements on a keyboard press, they don't have as big of a change, which is what you want. So I'm going to set it to, I'm going to go to 40, and we got this on 2 on the Mac for the steering non-linearity, and we'll see where that leaves us. I think that's all I do. Graphics wise, sitting on, I haven't set the ultra. Wait, everybody's on the same page. Okay. And that's all of that. So here we are, Stogie the Bear, level 0. I did the tutorial. I started out with this video. I was starting it and forgotten accidentally hit the tutorial. So I went ahead and did the first load. Did pick my garage location in Houston, Texas. And the reason I did that is just, I used to live in Texas for a while. I love Texas. Great state. Let me know what your favorite state is. And I also did that because there's plenty of loads that come out of Houston, and the fuel and sleep stations are right next to the garage. So when you start the game, you're going to come in here, and the tutorial walk you through this. But basically, since you don't own a truck, all you can do pretty much is a quick job. So what I learned is you can actually click these buttons. If I click Dallas, these are the loads that come out of Dallas. Click Houston, these are the loads that come out of Houston. Since you don't own a truck, they give you a truck through here. So you can pick by the truck you like, you can pick by the destination you want to go to. That. But I'll tell you what I do is I look for, if I'm going to drive, and this is real life as well. If you're going to drive, like this price per distance, this is per mile. Now your game may say something different. Actually, right now this doesn't have any mods on it, so $29.11 per mile is completely unmodded. So that's not bad. I like I said before, we may put a mod on here that knocks that down to like $14, I think, down in the teens, just so the money's not flowing too fast. But anyway, so what I wanted to say is if you're wanting for the biggest bang for the buck, don't look for the value, like the end result here. Look for the cost per mile. That's what ultimately gets you the most money. And you can change this by going to any of these states, and you may pull out of some other place. Look at there, Cheyenne, Wyoming, $30.73. So right now, that's our top. I just kind of go through here, $30.73 if I want to come out of Nebraska. And there is an event, because I think Nebraska was the last state released, the World of Trucks event, Cruising Nebraska. So there you go. If you haven't completed that, go get Nebraska. And Utah, $30.73. So there's several here. 25, 26. Cool. Oh, there it is right there. I like it. That's 201 miles. That's not bad. And it's in a great truck, Kenworth W9. Classic truck. Long nose. Yeah, we're going to take it. Now, when you're doing quick jobs and it gives you the truck, you don't have to drive to pick up your load. You don't have to do anything. You're just there. Here you are. You're in the truck. Now, some of the settings I like doing in the truck is push F4 on the keyboard. You can adjust seats. And on these Kenworths or these long nose, drop way down. Be a low rider if you like. But usually on these, I have to raise them up just to angle over. And you can adjust your zoom inside the cab, make it back in the sleeper back here. Weird. But I typically like to be about right in the middle, just a little bit closer. And then unfortunately I cannot move this window, but it would be nice to be able to see the top steering wheel, because I do like to adjust the steering wheel. Some of your blinkers and things, so on the Pete's, will be down here on a bar right here, and if your steering wheel is too high, you can't see the depth. There. And you can also come in and out. That's about it for that. All right. And then again, when you start the truck up, for keyboard, just W and it auto starts. Now notice the lights are not on, so let's go do that. And there it is. You see right there in the middle of the dash. See that switch coming on and off? That's really cool that they do that. There is no indicator that I know of on the dash that is telling me that those lights are on. So you just have to look over there. Some dash panels do show the little auto light indicator. The other truck does not. Keep down. There we go. Yeah, looks good. And if you press I, that will change your dash info panel. So what I like to do is look at the miles over here on my little GPS thing for the heads-up display. Show me I've got 201 miles to go. So I'd like to see if there is one that shows miles empty. And I know this particular truck does not have miles empty, so that kind of thing. So I put it on cruise speed, and I'll show you my driving in a minute. It makes it a little easier, especially for a keyboard. Okay, so we see we've got a trailer back here. We're all hooked up. I did push the L button, so my lights are on auto. P is actually your windshield wiper. So let's get those back off, and then press time. They're on auto. Okay. Our map says we're going out just to the right. Now you see how much that cab rocks back and forth? That's because we turned up that drive shaft intensity. I like that. Let you know you're doing something. It's on these long nose trucks really kind of got to swing out. Well, this is triples. We're going to swing way out. Get our little blinker on here. Ooh, can be close back here. Curb. And turn it. There we go. So we got about 200 miles to go. And we've got fuel. Our sleep indicator says we're just on the feet of the bed, so that's good. Yes, wants me to turn right and then left, but I'm gonna go straight. So interesting fact here, when I used to train people how to drive trucks, I would teach them to look at the side mirror and look at your trailer. That will tell you if you're in the lane correct, because your trailer is going to follow straight behind, well, at least you hope it follows straight behind your truck. So that is how you practice good lane control. Watch your trailer in your rearview mirror, and that will keep you where you want to be on that center line. Look over there while I'm driving. There we go. See that brake? Ooh, braking is good. I want to be backing up. Okay. We're at race this full speed over here. Butte. Go 15 south toward Butte. If you watch that steering wheel, you'll see where I'm having to press the keyboard back and forth, the A and D buttons. You just kind of have to tap them. You're not making drastic change. I see on my little mini map down there on the right, there's a little soul question mark all by itself. That is a recruiting station. It's going to be very important in the future. My style of this game, the reason I want the mod to not let me make so much money off these loads, is I get up the money to expand my garage as soon as possible, and my main focus is hire drivers, buy used trucks, put drivers in used trucks, train them, and high value, long distance, let them go. And if you do that, every dime that you have goes to getting another truck and another driver, and they make money for you. You see how I'm having to continue to tap this truck to keep the lane? Imagine if we're just going straight. Man, so hard. You have to go back and forth. Your truck ends up rocking like this, back and forth. So let me show you what we do with that. Down here to options, controls. I'm gonna run this down to about 25. See what we get. This does make it harder to turn going slower as well, but see now, not having to do as much. Kind of holds a little bit. But one day we'll get us a steering wheel, and I just haven't committed. They're pretty expensive, and I don't want to get a cheap one because I've watched reviews on gaming steering wheels, and it seems to be the general practice. Everybody goes and they buy a cheap wheel, and then they go, yeah, this works. So they buy a better wheel, and they're like, yeah, this is cool, but man. Or they go straight on and they buy a bit nice, expensive wheel. By the time they've done that, they're tired of the game they're playing, and they move on to another game, and then they have a wheel that sits in a closet, on the floor, under their desk, somewhere like that, and it never gets used again. So I'm just holding off. If this works well and you guys like content like this, I noticed my game profile has moved more towards driving games. I do like to play SnowRunner a lot, like over 1,000 hours playing that. I just enjoy it, and they're games that I don't have to be fast, quick with my fingers and hands, and I can kind of just relax. But, so my gaming style has changed. I used to play a lot of role play or RPG, MMORPG games. Kind of over it now. Yeah, we'll get us a wheel one of these days. I don't know about the pedals though. I want to go full on. Although it would be kind of cool to have one of those setups with the chair that you sit in and it moves you around and 4 big screens in front of you, you know? That'd be kind of cool. Alright, we're just going to set the cruise here. Oh, and I forgot to show you that that cruise wheel, and if I set it up to my mouse wheel, I can just, so up here if the speed goes down, I can just pull back one on that wheel. See how it changed to 65? And I can go back up. So when you're going through a turn, you can just roll that up and it'll increase your speed. Actually, I'll do that right here. So I'll slow down just a little bit and I'll speed it back up. So we'll slow down to prepare for the turn. And we'll come in. Speed up in the apex of the turn. And speed limit is 65, so we'll drop it down. Great town of Butte. So we got 127 miles to go. Oh, there's a way station. I was really surprised to see this game have way stations in it. That's great. And they're functional. They don't do anything but charge you money. I haven't seen any inspections or anything, but if you do go through one with a damaged vehicle, then they will charge you money. Oh yeah, coming in hot. That would have definitely been a inspection. That was a real way station. Alright, 122,000 now. And then I'll use that mouse wheel as soon as you get over 20 miles an hour. Roll forward on that mouse wheel and set your cruise back. Saves a little bit of the life on that W key. $65. And we're rolling. And we'll keep going with this until we get to drop destination. But I think I'll go ahead and call it here for now. Alright, see you guys back on the next one.